Hi guys, welcome to Fantasy Nuts. My name's Luke Evans. This is my Week 9 rankings of wide receivers. If you like the content, hit a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the comments below. Let's talk. All right, let's start with my top 10, starting it off with Tyreek Hill. Listen, I believe in Patrick Mahomes. At first, when I made this list, I thought Aaron Rodgers was going to play, but he's obviously out with COVID, so it'll be Jordan Love. But, hey, I still think that offensive is explosive, and Tyreek Hill is going to be getting the ball a ton in this game. Cooper Kupp is my number 2. Listen, this guy's just been unstoppable week to week. He's definitely a top 3 every week. I just set it and forget it. D.Samuel, another guy that's just been on fire. He's getting the targets. He's the only guy getting the receptions in San Francisco. J.Chse has been fire as far as rookie wide receivers goes. He's up there with the best of the wide receivers in the league right now. Stephon Diggs, I think he comes out and has a big game this week with Josh Allen. This is a good week for him. D.Adams going against Kansas City. Obviously, even if Jordan Love's playing, I think D.Adams is going to get the majority of the carries. He's going to be the guy that they turn to. J.Jefferson, I think this is a good day for J.Jefferson. He's definitely the number 1 wide receiver, even though he didn't show it last week. There was a good defense in Dallas. He's got a much better matchup this week, so I like Minnesota. All right, Deontay Johnson is my number 8. Listen, this guy has been awesome. He gets almost 10 targets a game, every game. Big Ben goes to him time after time after time. He's such a reliable wide receiver. C.Lamb, I got a 9. Listen, the guy's obviously explosive. He's getting targets, and it looks like Dak's going to play, so C.Lamb's up there. DeAndre Hopkins is my number 10. I think he comes out and has a big game this week. DeAndre Hopkins is a stud. I think Kyler Murray comes out and he finds him a few times, even in the end zone this week. Going through 11 through 20, I got DJ Moore at 11. DJ Moore is a stud. Everybody knows he's the guy in Carolina that gets the receptions. He's the main guy. Robbie Anderson doesn't see squat. So you got to like DJ Moore in that top 11 to 20 there. Adam Thielen had a great game last week. He was the guy seeing all the targets, and that was expected. Like I said, I thought he would have a bigger game than Justin Jefferson just because of the fact they were playing Trayvon Diggs and that badass Dallas D. A.J. Brown, I got him at 13. He had a great game last week. Big catch and run last week for a touchdown. Looked really sweet. It's looking like vintage A.J. Brown again. Robert Woods is definitely getting involved here. That's always good to see. Robert Woods is a stud. M.Williams, I think he finally comes out and has a big week after the last 2 weeks going against Baltimore and Patriots. Those are bad ADs that generally shut down your number 1 wide receiver, and that's what he is there. He is the number 1, but I think he comes out and has a big week this week. Amari Cooper, I have him right after that. Listen, we just talked about Dak's going to be back. This is going to be a good time to play Amari. Keenan Allen, he's always going to be right there close to M.Williams. Even though Keenan hasn't had the best year, he's still been consistent. He's been solid. Michael Pittman has been a solid wide receiver. Week to week, I think you can put this guy in every week in your flex spot. Pretty much forget it. Marquise Brown has obviously been looking good this year. He's looking like that number 1 wide receiver there in Baltimore, so this is a good play this week. Cortland Sutton, I got him running off the top 20. Cortland Sutton is the number 1 guy in Denver, in my opinion. He's going to continue to see those the largest target load there. I'm going through 21 through 30. I'm going to start with Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks has been awesome this whole year. He's underrated. Everybody kind of looks at him and says, don't play Brandon Cooks like last week and the week before, and I've been hearing it every week. And what's he do? He only goes for 20-some-odd fantasy points last week against Jalen Ramsey. So Brandon Cooks is a stud. Chase Claypool had a decent target share last week, had 10-plus fantasy points. It's good to see where he's getting more involved. He's healthy. I think he continues this role. I think maybe he even has a huge game this week. Higgins is also that guy, and after J.Chse, he's that number 2 guy. He's the guy honestly, he's getting more targets, I think, than J.Chse, and I believe he gets more red zone targets than anybody in the league or anybody on that team. So I got JUedy after Higgins. JUedy coming back healthy, looked okay last week. I think he continues to be a part of this Denver offense. Emmanuel Sanders put up a big stink hole last week, but hey, that helped me because I played against him. Listen, Emmanuel Sanders is going to have these types of games. He's still been targeted in that offense. He's still one of Josh Allen's favorite targets. So, I think you can go out and safely play Emmanuel Sanders this week. Jalen Waddle against Houston. Listen, Jalen Waddle's got a decent matchup. Jalen Waddle is the number 1 wide receiver there. This is a pretty good matchup to play. You might as well play it now because he's going to have a bad matchup after matchup after matchup for the next few weeks. Tyler Boyd is coming in after Waddle. Tyler Boyd is obviously that 3rd wide receiver there in Cincy, but he's that guy that he's like a hit or miss. He's either going to give you 7 or he's going to give you 17. So he got a touchdown last week. He's targeted. You got to like what you see there. Joe Burrow is looking really good. So I think you can go out and play Tyler Boyd with some confidence. Cole Beasly, this guy's getting used. So, I think he's a good flex play this week possibly. Josh Allen loves Cole Beasly, so not a bad little play. And Daryl Mooney. Daryl Mooney has more downfield targets and receptions than anybody on that team from Justin Fields, so he's definitely the guy he mainly goes to, and Justin Fields is starting to look better and better and better each week to come. So I think you can actually play Daryl Mooney with some confidence. All right, guys, that wraps up my Week 9 wide receiver rankings. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, leave a thumbs up. Subscribe and hit the comments below. My name's Luke Evans, and stay fantasy nuts.